So Holly, I hear you've got a couple of questions for your mum.
Yeah, so recently I've been hearing you talking about this new HR program around the office. Can you tell me a bit more about it?
I think you're probably talking about our HR Masterclass that I've been talking to Joanne about quite a bit recently, that we are delivering in January next year. It's a 12-month program where we have invited a number of people to come along who take the lead in HR for their organisations. So it could be that there is a business owner who takes the lead for HR. There could be a designated HR coordinator who is actually leading on all of the HR aspects internally. Or it could be an office manager, for example, who deals with contracts of employment and has just naturally taken on that role. And this programme is an opportunity for these types of individuals to all come together once a month to learn about essential topics and key aspects of HR, sharing experiences, sharing practices, but mainly to network and to form a great working relationship where they can actually tap into one another and learn from one another how they've handled certain HR situations. And the aim is that having completed the 12-month programme, they will know all of the essential areas of HR, and then long after the programme, because they would have built the relationships and created a great HR network, they'll have these people that they can still talk to way beyond the end of the programme to support one another with any HR issues, matters that they're dealing with.
So what topics will be covered on this?
Okay, so there's lots and lots of HR topics, lots and lots of employment legislation out there, but there are some key topics that most managers or HR leads will come across during their time when they're managing staff. So we will be discussing sickness absence and how to manage that, other absences, so you've got maternity leave, paternity leave, shared parental leave, lots and lots of family leave, the list goes on and on. So we'll be talking about the types of leave that is available and the legal aspects with regards to that, disciplinary processes, conduct issues, managing an individual all the way through to dismissal, and making sure that that's being done in line with legislation, performance management, so managing underperformers but also getting the best performance out of staff who are doing an okay job but also high performers, how to manage a grievance situation, we'll be looking at contracts of employment and employment status. I could go on and on. We've got 11 essential HR topics. They're all listed on our website, on our HR Masterclass page. But as I say, by the end of the programme, the individual will have definitely learned the common areas of HR and how to manage staff in line with these.
So what's so important about running this programme and why is it good for small businesses?
I'm going to share with you what it was like when I worked in a HR department in the NHS. So I was really, really fortunate to work in a large HR department. There was probably about 20 HR professionals. And in particular, when I was a HR manager, we often come across HR issues that even now I haven't had experience with. And it was really great when I worked back in the NHS in that department to be able to lean on my colleagues, to pick their brains about a certain case they might be dealing with, just to check in with somebody and have a bit of a reality check. Sometimes you know what the answer is, but you just need to double check it with somebody. So I was fortunate enough to have a whole group of people around me that I could actually rely on and ask questions, take their advice and their experiences, that people who are leading on HR in small to medium-sized businesses don't have. They are normally the only person in their company dealing with this and probably don't have a strong network of HR professionals, if any at all, like I have. I've obviously built that up over the years. So I thought, how great to duplicate the support that I had when I worked in the NHS for people who are leading on HR in these small to medium-sized businesses. So I truly believe that actually our HR Masterclass is not only going to develop the individual's knowledge, skills and abilities in managing staff, but actually it's like a mini HR department that they'll be working in, where they can, as I say, tap into one another's expertise and really lean on those people for some support.
So what can participants expect to achieve while on this programme?
So by the end of the programme, really they will have learned all of the essential areas of HR management, so managing individuals in line with those key HR areas that I mentioned, but they're going to get real life examples that are shared amongst the group. So I do quite a bit of teaching around policies and procedures. We put on training courses, for example, and it's quite easy to explain a process and how that needs to be managed in line with the law. But what it doesn't give you is those kind of real life things that can happen when you're actually dealing with a particular situation. So for example, if you're conducting a HR meeting, everyone's an individual, you've got different personalities, and actually the way an individual is can really throw something up in the air. You've got this textbook example of how to manage a process, and you're doing that, and then all of a sudden an individual will do something that completely throws it up in the air. So by coming on the course and actually learning from everybody else's experiences, those real life experiences, it's really going to put it into context and hopefully give a broader outline of how to actually deal with HR issues, rather than just pulling a book off the shelf and expecting everything to run smoothly in line with textbook examples. So like I say, it should give a really rounded knowledge, learning, but also looking at those experiences that everybody's going to bring to the table.
Brilliant, now I know what you've been talking about.
I know, yeah, so that should give you a really good idea, Holly. But also anybody listening to this video should now have a really great idea of what we're offering, and if it is something that they're interested in, if they're feeling alone in their organisations with HR, then our HR Masterclass is definitely for them.